What's life about?
So funny that you told me that like 10 minutes ago. I didn't even think about it. And I just had this huge chat with this real old guy about space today.
Space?
Yeah. I don't know, we just talked, because I'd always thought, it's such a tangent, I'd always thought that there must be other life out there, but then I was about a month ago, I realised that I think that we're like the only ones, because like we're such like a freak, just like such a fluke, like we're like, it's so weird that everything works on this earth, like what are the chances that it could happen again somewhere else? So yeah, and he kind of agreed with that. But then he started talking about black holes and I was like, oh, too much, bro.
Alright, well if it is, let's say it is a fluke and we're the only ones, this is our only shot,
yeah.
Then what's life about? For you?
I don't know, I think it's interesting because I think I live a lot of my life for everybody else. But I think that at the end of the day, like life is just about your individual experience because it's the only thing that you really know. So, which is strange why I seem to live and teach, try and help everyone around me as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I actually just think that it's about like you going on your own journey.
It's about your own journey. What's been some moments of yours?
I have a really bad memory unless it gets like jogged. But one of my earliest memories, which is like, it's kind of weird because that's like, it's a really nice memory that I have, but it was about like being at like the top of a mountain and my parents having this really big argument. And I was like probably the first time I think I ever like saw conflict, or the first memory I have of like seeing a disagreement until like I was turned about like 18 or 19 and their relationship fell apart, and that was when I first started to actually experience conflict and like being like an only child, like I was in the middle of that. So yeah, I think since that was when I started to actually explore what conflict is for me.
Before you could like explore it and think about it, make sense of it.
Yeah.
What was it like being 18, 19,
yeah, it was interesting. I think it exposed a lot of things I had within myself that I didn't realize I had. Like I had like this strength, like to protect my mother when she was at her most vulnerable, that I never thought I had before that. So it was just like, yeah, I think I just really like I learned and realized I had all these character traits that I didn't attribute to myself at all. Yeah, but it was pretty fucking horrendous. Like it was a pretty big wake up call to like, yeah, change from like seeing your parents as like the ones who like love and care for you, to like, and you don't think they ever make mistakes, to being the ones that like, you're like, fuck, these are actually just two adults who are trying their best, and like, yeah, then you're an adult and you like see them as like, you're like, oh, I get it, this makes sense now. Yeah, so I think that yeah, I grew up like pretty quickly after that. Yeah, I grew up like in the northern suburbs, and it was just like, yeah, just like a super whitewashed, sheltered community that in a lot of ways was just like so like insular, for like, you know, we had every opportunity to go and do other things, but we never did. We sort of stayed with the people that we knew because it was safe and it was comfortable. And I think that I just started to grow out of that. I started to break out of that, and I've ended up working like with the African community, and which is just like something I never would have fucking thought I ever would have done, because it's just like so far. I don't think I'd met an African person until like I was 18 years old. Like it was fucking weird. But now they're like, I spend every day with them, and they've taught me like what. Yeah, I feel like I grew up in the last sort of on my journey of kind of like teen to man. Like I sort of like a lot of the values that I learned from them is like what has shaped me to be who I am today.
I feel like here, at least in Australia, a lot of the time it's a coloured person in a white world. What's it like being a white man and a coloured person in coloured people as well?
Yeah. Oh, it's really funny. I was literally, I was just at like this sort of like artistic sort of like event thing. It was real funny because I found myself just like standing with one of like the white guys there, and I was just like, fuck. I was like, I spent about 5 years working in the flats with all the families and stuff, and I didn't know any language. And then I started to do like a lot more research about like South Sudan and like the conflicts and like the culture and stuff. And I learned this word Kawaja, and I was like, oh, it wasn't what that word means. And I kept on reading. I was like, Kawaja just means like white man, and then like I'd be at work, and I'd like just be around the area, and I'd just like hear them say like Kawaja man or something like that. And it wasn't until like, and I let it go for a few weeks. And then I turned around to one of the mums and I was like, yeah? And they're like, what? And it was pretty funny. As much as that's funny, like I feel extremely blessed to see a side of such a beautiful community that a lot of people don't.
Yeah. From birth to 18 is this world, from 18 to 25, now 24.
24. Yeah.
It's been like this last massive transition. What's happening? Like, what's changing at the moment?
Yeah, I think. Well, I've been like through like an absolute fucking whirlwind of change since having my son like 3 months ago.
What's like one moment that you've had with him in 3 months that like you won't forget, or you don't want to forget?
Probably just like when he first started smiling. I think it was real fucking weird because you're given like this blob of like human that just like, it just gives you nothing for so long. And I kind of forgotten that he was ever going to be any different, probably because of like sleep deprivation and stuff. I was just like, oh fuck, like this is it for the rest of my life. And then one day he like, rolled over and like, I think he just like smiled at me, and I was like, oh cool, like we're doing that thing, so he's just starting to like, just like when you realise that they're actually just a human and they're starting to do those sort of things.
So what's life
about? I think it's just about going on the journey. I think it's about I think that's what life's about, because it's also a fucking unknown that you just gotta like, you've gotta just like take everything as it comes and like enjoy just enjoy the small stuff.